All right, so I want to do a video on the new My Dream palette from Natasha Denona. Mine just arrived in the mail yesterday, so I am going to do just a dedicated video to this. This is the first time that I've ever done like a dedicated video to any particular product, so hopefully I do it justice. I have taken a look at this palette, but I do want to swatch it with you on camera. So here's the packaging. It looks like an artist's splatter. And on the inside here is 15 shades. This retails for $69. So I only picked up the palette. I did not pick up the cheek trio, and that comes with a cream blush, a glow cream base, and a dream glow highlighter that retails for $48. The My Dream lipstick, it's a voluptuous creamy hydrating lip color, and it retails for $27. And then the My Dream lip gloss, lusciously soft and hydrating lip shine, retailing for $27. And then I Need a Nude lip crayon, long lasting easy glide lip crayon, retailing for $27. So I just picked up the palette. I haven't tried any Natasha Denona lip products, but I did place an order for an I Need a Nude lipstick, so I thought we would also try that in today's video. It looked like a pretty good like neutral shade, maybe a look that we can like match with the palette. So like I said, I haven't swatched this yet. It is a 15-pan palette. It is made in Italy and it has a 24-month shelf life. So let's go ahead and swatch it together on camera. Okay, so it looks like in here there's 4 mattes, 2 satin matte shades, 2 lighter shimmers, and then 5 more like metallic shimmers. And this one over here in the corner is a duochrome. So this actually came out more neutral and less pink than I originally thought it was, like in the photos. So I think we'll end up doing probably a pretty neutral look. If I can, I definitely want to try this duochrome. So let's go ahead and swatch this. So I'm just going to do one row at a time. This is the top row from left to right. There is the top row swatched. It left quite a bit of stain on my arm from that first set of swatches. Oh, that was a very creamy shade. There is the second row swatched. Okay, here is the third row. This is the duochrome. And here is the third row swatched. I think that duochrome isn't as shifty as I thought it was going to be, but it swatched very nicely. It was very creamy. Okay, so now that I've swatched it, I definitely can see that it has a more neutral or purpley color story. I guess I originally thought these neutrals were more pink leaning when I saw the photos, but they're really not. So now that I've swatched it, I can kind of tell which are the more creamy shades, and I have a pretty good idea of like the look that I want to go for. I was gonna like try and match it to this outfit, but I don't think I'm gonna really be able to because there's just no tones in here that are like that pink. I definitely know that I want to try to use this duochrome down here in the corner, but also this shade was like the shimmer shade, this metallic was gorgeous when I swatched it. So I feel like I want to try and pick that one up. It almost looks like a duochrome, but it isn't. And this one here is like a purpley with like a green shift. I don't know if you can see that, but it is like, there you go. There's that green shift. So it looks really nice. It was really creamy when I swatched it and it went really far. So I'm definitely interested to try that. The 2 shades in the corner were pretty lackluster. These two, this black and then this dark brown here, they were a little bit harder to pick up on the swatch. So I want to try and use as many shades as I possibly can. I think I'm going to go into this shade first, and then I'm going to go like on the upper part of my lid. So hopefully you are close enough. Okay, so I use that shade Unity as kind of like a transition shade, but I know that I definitely want to like deepen this look up. And I want to try this satin shade here, this satin purple. This is in the shade Instinct, and try and kind of put that in my crease and see how that works. I don't know how this is going to come out, but we're going to try for it. I want to again take that like purple satin shade, but that deeper one in the bottom here. This is the shade Edgy, and just deepen up the outer corner here. So this shade, this Edgy shade, is not as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. It's actually quite light. It's taking quite a bit of building to pick it up, and I'm picking it up on a pretty dense brush. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I really do like the way that looks. Again, it's like way more purple than I originally thought it was gonna be, but I'm liking it. I mean, everything is blending really nicely. I have like really hooded eyes, and so they do tend to like crease with these like matte shades. So I was really having to build up this like darker purple to make sure that it wasn't like creasing in the outer corner, but I think it came out pretty nicely. Let's move on into this shade, the duochrome here in the corner, Vision, and maybe we'll put that kind of in the center of the lid, and then we'll take this more like orangey shimmer shade. It has like a red shift to it almost, but it's called Invention. I'm just going to take that on my finger and apply it to my lid. All right, let's move into this shade here and put that in like the inner corner. And I am just going to use a flat shimmer brush for this. I feel like that would have applied a little bit better with your finger because I was getting quite a bit of fallout. I should have sprayed the brush before I went in, but I didn't. All right, let's go into this black shade and create like a little liner. So I did that about halfway on my lid. Oh, we're gonna put lashes on, so it probably won't show up that much. It's not a very pigmented black. Okay, so let's do the lower lash line. I'm gonna go back into the shade Instinct, this purple satin, and I'm just gonna do a little bit on the outer corner. I am now going to go with this transition shade that we used first with like a thinner pointed brush and do the first half of the inner corner. Okay, so finally, let's go into this lighter shimmer shade down here. This is called Spontaneous, and we will do the inner corner. Okay, so that is the completed eye look. Okay, I'm gonna throw on some mascara and some lashes and we'll come right back. Okay, so I went ahead and skipped the lashes. I just put on my Thrive Cosmetics mascara and then it immediately started storming outside. If you hear heavy rain and thunder and lightning, I'm sorry. That is like September in Florida. So here was the completed eye look. Alright, so let's put on the lipstick. I'm just going to take this gloss off. I'm going to line my lips with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk liner. Okay, so here is the lipstick. This is the shade. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but it looks like it'll be a good shade for this look. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if this is a cream formula or not, but I wanted to try a Natasha Denona lipstick and this one was on sale and I bought it just before the palette released. So I did not pick up the other lipstick that she just recently launched. I thought, oh well, I'll just kind of save my money and try this one instead. There is the bullet. Assuming this is like a cream formula, so we'll see. I say it's a satin. It's like a semi-matte almost, but it's very comfortable. I'm still gonna put a gloss over it. I'm gonna use my Sephora Collection Gloss lip gloss because I think this is kind of accentuating my lip lines. Okay, that is the completed look. So I thought the eyeshadow was really nice. Like I said, I thought it came out more neutral with purple tones. Then it looked like that there was more pink tones when I saw the picture. I thought all of the shimmers were great. I think this duochrome isn't quite as impactful as I thought it was going to be. It's a much deeper base. I don't think the shift showed up as well, but I did like it. There's the thunder. I thought this like orangey red shifty shade was very beautiful. I thought this one down at the bottom, the Spontaneous for the inner corner, was very nice. It was a little tricky to build up this purple satin, but eventually it did build up. This black was not as black as I was thinking it would come out, so it wasn't quite as pigmented as I thought it was going to be, but it still performed okay. I thought this shade was beautiful. Everything blended really, really nicely. No patchiness issues. I think the look came out really good. I'm happy to get this. For my very first Natasha Denona 15 pan palette was the retro palette, and I did have some issues with patchiness with that palette. Some of those like cooler tone shades were giving me some trouble to build up, so I was really excited to try this palette and was very hopeful that I would get more success out of it. The only other Natasha Denona palette that I have is the Sunset palette, and that's one of her larger palettes, and that recently did just go on sale, so I picked it up. I'm very pleased with this look. Like I said, it's a very purpley color story, but you know what you can get out of it is pretty purple, pretty orange. You could probably do a pretty cool toned look if you wanted to, using some of these cool toned like brown shades. But overall, I thought it was a really good palette. I thought we created a really nice look, and I'm very happy with it. So that is it for my review of the Natasha Denona palette. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know in the comments whether this is something that you've wanted to pick up, you're gonna pick up. I'd love to hear from you. That is it for me today, so I'll see you in my next one. Bye.